Hello, my friends. Welcome back. It is still Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. I am clearly still the drunk poker, and obviously it's still beer time. From LCBO Stop. Unscheduled LCBO Stop a little while ago. I was going looking for IPAs for some reason. And I found this one, and I haven't talked about it in a couple of years, and I haven't had it a lot, but I've had two iterations of it. It's the Omnipollo Zodiak IPA, 6.2%. Represented by our pals at Craft Brand Company there in Tirana. Omnipollo, they have a brewery now in the Swedens there. Anyways, this is like their flagship IPA, I guess. And we've had the double IPA. We did Nebuchadnezzar, and then they had a Nelson Zodiac. And really, really good beers. They're really, excellent, especially for LCBO available beers. But I saw this, and I'm like, well, we haven't had it in a while. Always a good excuse to get it. And if I'm going to get it, I might as well talk about it because we're both here. And if I'm here and you're here, Mr. Hand, doesn't that make this our time? Have you watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High recently? I haven't, but I really feel like I want to watch it again now. Because it's a good movie, man. I was watching Dazed and Confused the other week, and I'm like, I kind of want to watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High because, it's a good movie. It's very dated. It's a very different time that movie was about and when it was made. But Spicoli, man, Jesus, that's good. No way. Mr. Hand gives away his pizza. All right, let's get into it. Cheers, my friends. To classic movies, classic beers. See, now I've always found this one kind of tries to bridge the gap between East and West in terms of it does have a big tropical hit, but then it's got this pithy, piney, bitter, resinous back end. Peach, grapefruit, pineapple up front. But it does, it's got a soft body, tropical, it's like aggressively bitter. And I'm like, well, I can live here. Like, I can live in this spot right here in the merging of East and West. It certainly leans West Coast IPA, I think, in its heart, in its soul. It leans West Coast. But there's the facade, the front facing of East Coast, and I think that's a good combination. And this beer is well balanced between the two, and I like that. I think that's a great idea. We've had a few of these, and they usually turn out pretty good, except for when they don't, and then it's not good for anybody. But yeah, I don't know. There was something that just popped in my head about that movie. There's such great music in it too, but there's some really sketchy stuff in there, and you're like, and it's the times, right? Like, you watch movies at a certain time in your life, and you see them again 30 years later, 40 years later, and you're like, oh, that's not good. Changing times, as it were. But I think, do you just kind of watch them and go, well, you know what, I understand better now. That's not cool, but man, it was funny in the movie. Like, if you rewatch Revenge of the Nerds, there's a whole lot of bad stuff in that one. And you're like, I don't know, because I didn't know then, right? If I only knew now then what I know now, would I be a different person? Well, of course you would be. What the hell are we talking about? Oreo? Cindy? Margie? Anybody? All right, I got to go make dinner. Mrs. Polk told me she was going to be late getting home, so I was like, well, it's time for another beer then. Cheers, my friends. Find us at your local LCBO. If you're an IPA guy and I'm an IPA guy, you're going to like it. Cheers. I'm telling you, man. Sean Penn. I'm sitting here trying to remember the guy's goddamn name who played Spicoli this whole time. And I'm like, am I losing my mind? And I'm like, Sean Penn. Because I'm Robin Wright Penn, right? Because that's how I remembered it. Why? What is wrong with me? So many things. Nothing beer can't fix, though.